Well, it's been quite a year, hasn't it? When I last stood on this stage in February 2023, ChatGPT was merely months old, and still essentially a curiosity. Now it and thousands of other AI tools have the potential to revolutionize the learning profession. You've got AI algorithms helping to automate tasks and processes. Obviously, this leads to greater efficiency, greater productivity. Chatbots, virtual assistants, allowing us to communicate with machines using natural language. And of course, generative AI, helping us to get past the dreaded blank page, sparking ideas for written content, images, videos, and so much more. We know the full impact of AI is still undetermined, but it's undoubtedly changing the landscape of work and technology. Where do we go from here? Well, it's anybody's guess. What is certain is that L&D does love to talk about the future. It loves to predict what learning will look like. I'm as guilty of that as anybody. But let's do this. Let's not forget the lessons of the past, though. Let's not forget that we've tackled technological disruption many times before. The internet, online learning, social media, each time we have prevailed. This is our legacy, and it's what makes us confident about the future. Steve Jobs said, "You can't connect the dots looking forward, you can only connect them looking backwards." And as we look back at the work we've done this year, this timeline stretching into the past represents our achievements and what we've done to really change people's lives. I want to tell you about a man who has left such a legacy, a man who had an idea to create an awards event for IT trainers. And in its first year, it received about 150 entries. And yet more people returned to enter the following year. And from this tiny acorn, a mighty oak grew. The event reached out across the world, attracting international entries and growing in stature to become today's most prestigious award ceremony for learning. I'm talking, of course, about the Learning Awards and the man who conceived it, Colin Steed. The influence of Colin Steed on the learning landscape can't be underestimated. As one of the most highly regarded and inspiring leaders in our sector, and I can testament to that personally, Colin's legacy is not only guaranteed, but it's also unique. He represents everything that is good about learning professionals. A man dedicated to helping others and to driving organizational performance through the power of learning. So I am delighted to announce that from tonight, in his honor, we rename our highest accolade the Colin Corder Award, the Colin Steed Award for Outstanding Contribution to Learning. It's also very easy because they're both Collins, but that's a different matter. I didn't mean that, Colin. I'm delighted to say that he's here tonight as well as our special guest. So please, I would really appreciate it if you could join me in raising a glass to the co-founder of the LPI and the Learning Awards, Mr. Colin Steed. I'm not going to drink that just yet, I have work to do. So tonight, fellow professionals, we gather not just as colleagues in an ever-evolving profession, but as people who both generate and harness the transformative power of learning in the workplace. And let me assure you, this power should not be underestimated. As we deal with the day-to-day challenges of our jobs, it's easy to overlook the profound and lasting impact that we all have on others, as we guide them through the maze of new skills and chart their career paths. We facilitators, we designers, we leaders are not mere instructors. We are architects of a legacy that extends far beyond the confines of our profession. We must never think of L&D as just about imparting knowledge. It's about creating an incredible chain reaction where each learner becomes a torchbearer for the next. It's about facilitating a journey where individuals are judged not by what they know today, but by their commitment to continuous learning. And it's about stewarding intellectual growth, guiding people through the ebb and flow of knowledge. Each single lesson learned, each single new skill acquired is not a static achievement, but a living, breathing testament to the collaborative efforts of those who dared to learn and those who guided them along the way. It was Winston Churchill who said, "The empires of the future are the empires of the mind." And in other words, the powerful would not be those who owned the land, but those who owned the ideas. This power would come from media, innovation, and communication. Could we not say then that investing in workplace learning is an investment in the empire of the mind? A collective repository of knowledge, skills, and innovation that propels us all forward and ultimately leaves an incredibly powerful legacy? I believe this to be true, and it's our responsibility to be the linchpin of that legacy. This is a crazy, fast-moving world, but in it, learning in the workplace isn't just about adapting to change, it's about driving it. It's about shaping a future where knowledge isn't a commodity, but a shared asset that enriches us all. So tonight, let's eat, let's drink, and be reminded of why we are here in this room. Let's celebrate our purpose, our humanity, and our collective legacy. Now, what are we celebrating, you might ask? Well, in this room tonight, you are surrounded by individuals and organizations that have not only embraced the ethos of learning, but have elevated it to an art form. Everybody who steps on this stage tonight is building their own legacy. They are the mentors, the torchbearers, the architects of performance. They exemplify the pursuit of knowledge and the commitment to growth. They are the driving force propelling us towards a better and a brighter future. Finalists, you are all here because you are that future. We recognize that your achievements are not just individual triumphs, but beacons lighting the way for us. Let's all learn from you. Let's be inspired by you. Let's celebrate your achievements with all our hearts. On behalf of the LPI, I wish you all the best of luck.